All right, so this is the episode 4 commentary. I'm Jeff Lepere.
And I'm Jared Kale. And this is Supplies in the Man, which is sort of a little homage to Red vs. Blue, which is a popular machinima series online that's shot in Halo and now Halo 2. So we thought we'd sort of have our first machinima little story. This is actually, I think, this is my first editing experience with this stuff right here. This is the first time I busted out Premiere and started to get my feet wet. And of course, this is all shot with Command & Conquer General 0 Hour, which is actually, you know, for an RTS, a great engine to shoot machinima in because of the right-click scrolling option that they have that allows you to vary your scrolling speed, which lets us do shots like that, which are, you know, varying speed across the terrain. So.
This is all me and Jarrett doing our stupid voice acting.
I mean, it's great voice acting. No, I'm Matt. I'm Matt, by the way. I can't even do that voice anymore, but...
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, there's some political content in here, but we wanted to do like a kind of South Parkian approach in that you make fun of every side, and there you go. There's your political humor. You know, you just kind of remained neutral and made fun of everybody.
It was funny for us. I mean, we got emails after this saying, I can't believe you really stuck it to those Republicans. And the Republicans were saying, you really stuck it to those Democrats. I know we're from Canada, so we're neither. We don't really care, but it was sort of funny how both left and right-wing people thought we were supporting their side when really we're just sort of stuck in the middle a bit.
And so South Park has the same sort of a deal where people tend to interpret it in the way that they want to. So I've heard people tell me they think South Park creators are very left-wing, and other people say they're very right-wing. And it depends on how you interpret it. People see what they want to see in the content, and they remember and they pull out what they want to remember. So I think that's how they pull it off.
If Allah is on our side, and Allah is the creator of all things, why does he create bombs?
And it's funny, you know, there's it seemed like there was a lot of political content in this game too, because you know there's the sort of Middle Eastern GLA faction, and there's oil derricks to generate money, and you know, the stuff that the characters say, like the tank earlier on says preserving freedom, all those lines.
Protecting our people.
Yeah,
I mean, these are clips right from the game itself.
Yeah, those are what the units would actually say. Those are quotes right from the game, and you know, every side is made fun of a little bit. The Chinese side is sort of a fake Fu Manchu accent, and they're all the American side is very, you know, made in the USA, and
what's funny, though, a funny story is actually that, you know, a lot of people wrote the show, and we've talked to a lot of Generals players afterwards, and they're like, yeah, you know, the Chinese made fun of and the GLA's made fun of, but it's strange they didn't make fun of the USA, which I guess is very funny to anyone not in the USA that plays Generals, because it's quite obvious the fun that's being made, but I guess it's not so obvious when you're there. There's Alpha 19er, which is sort of you know, a callback to our very, very early days.
It's an old machinima I made with what was that software? It was an old game called Stunt Island. Yeah, Stunt Island. Yeah. No one saw that. So.
There's of course Jeff and I making fun of Canada here with the pucks, the pucks. I mean, obviously, if Canadians are having a conversation, it must be about ice hockey, because I mean, what else do we know?
Yeah. And that's you know, that was something that I felt like censoring that bombing the Canadians part, because it is a little bit harsh, because it actually happened that Canadians were bombed by an American pilot by mistake, and Jarrett said, you know, Jeff, we shouldn't censor that because you know, why, you know, that actually did happen. Why hide that from the public, hide that from the media? You know, something actually happened. I'd like to bring about discussion about that, about how friendly fire is a very dangerous thing in the military. And yeah, and I was convinced by that argument, and I think, you know, as you know, we don't want to make fun of events like those, but we don't want to censor them and make them hidden as though they don't happen. So anyway, it's a little bit of dark humor, I suppose, but not intended to be humorous. It was just you know, something that Jarrett and I felt in the end we shouldn't censor, and I've explained that to people that have brought up that point as being thinking that scene is insensitive.